Where do you get your recipes? Like, you know, family, friends, cookbooks, TV shows. Like, how do you take that and then throw your own twist in it? Like, what gets you that drive for that? What you got?
I mean, since the internet's been creative, recipes are just so much easier to research with that. There's just, you know, bakers are so good about sharing their tips and like what works best. I also have I have a Polish grandmother and an Italian grandmother that just have like a plethora of knowledge of like old school, hard to find, off the go recipes that, you know, are amazing. So I think through all that, and then as you do them over and over, and as you practice with them, you can put your spin on anything, or, you know, just what you think would taste good. And I love using almond flavoring and add that to a lot of stuff. And so just practice really, and just research and taking the time and talking to people. People are always willing to share their recipes. I think it's something they have real personal and willing to share. Now
you have a few recipes that you have as your own top secrets, though, right? That you're not gonna let.
Of course.
Okay, just checking.
My grandma would kill me if I told you her cheesecake recipe, so.
Oh, really? Okay, complete this sentence. If I were an ingredient, I would be, and why?
I think my two favorite ingredients are almond flavoring and raspberries. They enhance so many different things. They can be added to so many different things and make like the biggest change with flavor and make it something special, more than just a chocolate cake. It's a chocolate raspberry cake with, you know, chocolate ganache and fresh raspberries, or, you know, you really can just put that kick in there with that almond flavoring. Plus it's one of my favorites, so I guess I'm always personal things I like. So those are definitely my two favorites.
Okay. What's your all-time favorite ingredient, though?
All time, I would have to say almond flavoring.
Yeah, just because the flavorings, like why taste them. Obviously.
Yeah, and it's just that extra kick, that extra special thing that makes it, you know, it's from taking it from this to this, you know, it's that extra kick that makes it that taste that much better.
Can you add it to a lot, though?
Yes, I think it can be added to a lot of things. I even added the things that aren't cooking, you know, like baking related. It's like you can even put it in chicken and stuff like that.
Nice. Remind me to have your chicken.
Yes.
What is your three original baking, your ingredients and your baking tips, if you will? What's your three originals?
I think a great tip is if you're making a carrot cake, if you half the vegetable oil with like a cinnamon applesauce, you'll get the same effects that the oil does, but it's a healthier option and it tastes a lot better. You get a lot more flavor out of that apple cinnamon, and like people love a moist carrot cake, and it's a great way to get it super moist. And then I make a s'mores cupcake. It's awesome. You do like a graham cracker crush and then a chocolate fudge cupcake, and then you put marshmallow frosting on top, toast it a little bit, just like you're at a campfire. And then another tip I would have, when you do it when you're tiering a cake, it's nice to do a light level of coconut or like shaved chocolate between each layer. That way when people take the cake apart, not all the frosting comes off. You just gotta make sure that you check for coconut allergies if you use that, because it does work better than the shaved chocolate, but you just wanna make sure that people aren't allergic. And I think never underestimate like using special effects and things like that. Lowe's has got like a ton of stuff like little keychains that you can use the LED from to make like a robot's eyes light up, or, you know, I think those little touches like really stand out with people, make things real lifelike and make things memorable.
Well, I would definitely agree with it, seeing your cakes. You have that for sure. What would you say, like some of your baking and your culinary point of view, like just if you had something that you had to tell people, your point of view on baking, what would you say?
I just think it has such like a personal quality to it. It's so like family related and so celebration related, and like the importance to take out to really celebrate what you have, and you know, and what it is, like what a birthday really is, another year in your great life. So why not have this cake that's really personal and really awesome and really captures the moment? Or, you know, you're getting married, or you're gonna have a baby, or your baby's turning 1 year old and finally getting to eat cake. And like, I think that's where baking really takes on its own thing. It turns like all these, you know, flour and sugar into like memories. And so like, it's kind of magical. It's just like, it has a nice thing that all fits together.
Definitely, I agree. Here's a good one we want to know about you.
Okay.
Are you competitive in nature?
Yeah, I think I am competitive in nature. I've actually embarrassed myself a couple times, like, you know, playing volleyball with a group of friends and getting in everybody's face, and you know, and I grew up with 3 brothers, and you know, you just get that mentality about like wanting to beat the crap out of each other and be the best, and you know, and compete for your parents' love, and I think that carries through out time. And then you know, especially with cake decorating, it's so personal, it's so much of your effort and time. Of course you want it to be best and better than everybody else. It's just a natural thing. So yeah, most definitely I feel like I have a competitive nature to me.
What's one of your best examples that you could give that you think?
I guess, one time I remember my one brother Mike bought Star Wars Monopoly, and we decided like, oh, how fun! We'll do family night and play Star Wars Monopoly, and like didn't talk to each other for 4 days because it got so heated.
So did you win that one?
Well, yes, of course I won it. But, I was just playing by the rules. You can't cut deals with people. I mean, you landed on Endor, you got to pay the money. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, if you're up against other contestants, will you be competitive in order to win the cash and prizes? What's your angle on that one?
I think if I'm lucky enough to actually I got selected at this point for my application to turn in a video, if I get picked from the video to actually be on the show, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to go home with something to remember by. And if it's going to be put out there, yeah, I'm in it to win it, most definitely. And if, cash and prizes for doing something that I love, I mean, why wouldn't I give it my all and to do the best?
Very, very well. Why do you want to be on the show? Is there something you want to share? Is there anything that you want, to break into the culinary world, for the business? Do you actually want to be famous doing this?
I think everybody in the world wants to be famous, and I think it's always been a dream of mine to somewhat be, but knowing where it fits and, and how to put yourself out there, this is definitely something I would love to share with people. I mean, there's so many every cake has a story, and it's such a neat thing to share with everybody, and I think everybody loves weddings, everybody loves birthdays, and most definitely I would love to get famous from it. I would love for it to have endless opportunities. I mean,
right.
Of course.
Awesome. And for as far as the series is, why would the series want to pick you? What makes you a unique character, you think, than the other contestants?
I feel like I kind of broke the mold when they made me. A lot of my friends say that. I feel like I'm an original. I feel like I'm fun, I've got good energy. I think I'm passionate about, what it means to cake decorate. I think it's not just a job for me. It's, it's so much more. And I would love to share that with people, and I would hope that they would be receptive of it, so yeah.
Would you say, just off the hip here, would you say that decorating cakes and doing all these things is honestly expressing yourself?
Most definitely. I think I always loved art, and when you work at a desk job 5 days a week, life doesn't have a lot of art, and just to be honest, and so this was always a hobby of mine when it started out. It was something I just kind of did for my family or my friends, made them cakes, and when it got bigger, I just realized how much it brought out of me, that creative side, that personal side. Art is it is artwork, it's edible artwork, and any artist will tell you it's just such a personal experience and such a nice thing to share with other people, and such a nice energy vibe to give to other people, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much, Michelle.
Thank you.
And we will see how this goes as we put you out on the net there.